A few months ago, I received a summons for jury duty in the mail. And like many good Americans and Palm Beach County residents, I sent in the card requesting a postponement. I did have another civic responsibility for that day, so I requested the date of September 10th. A few weeks before September 10th, I received another summons. Now in Palm Beach County, you're allowed 2 postponements. But since I was given the date I requested, I decided to go to jury duty that day, not ask for another postponement. So I got ready. What I did was gassed up the car because it's a long drive from South County up to West Palm Beach. And I didn't want to fill up the car with gas at 6 o'clock in the morning. Filled it up over the weekend, got in my car Monday morning, drove up to West Palm Beach. The Sun Pass is fantastic. It got me there in 40 minutes, right to the parking garage at the courthouse, where we were given instructions on how to get to. There was a line to get in the parking lot, got my parking ticket, parked the car, and proceeded across the street to the courthouse. Upon entering the courthouse, there was another huge line for the metal detector. Got on the back of the line, put my electronic devices in the basket to be x-rayed, my phone, my iPad, because I was blogging about this day, went through, and then I went through the metal detector. All of a sudden, the bells and whistles go off, as usual. And I make my usual statement, it's probably my cheap jewelry or my underwire bra. Well, that was lightened up the situation a little. Then I proceeded on over to the jury office. There was another long serpentine line of hundreds of people waiting to get into the office, which opened at 8 o'clock in the morning. I waited for it to open, 8 o'clock, the doors open, and we enter the jury assembly room. Now the jury assembly room is another place that has another line. Got into the line in order to give my summons so that I can be called, and also there's a little area there where you sign your name, give your address, and then you receive $15 for your day of jury duty. I then sat down. Now, they're very nice in Palm Beach County. In order to entertain you, between 8 and 8:30, you're watching nice videos. There are 2 big screens. It's called The Living Seas. And you watch the nice crustaceans and fancy fish, and it calms you down. Then at 8:30, we watched a movie about jury duty. Judge Peter Blank explained the Constitution and jury duty, how it affects our lives. Then a courtroom scene was shown, and Judge Robin Rosenberg was the judge whose courtroom you saw. And after the demonstration of the courtroom, we heard from Clerk Sharon Bach about how her office works to make the whole jury process easier, and where she keeps the records and helps with the jury duty process. After that, we were sworn in. We take the oath stating that we're going to give all proper answers today, all honest answers, and certain things that we're told to keep confidential, we're going to keep confidential. Then we wait. About 30 people are called at a time. I waited through an entire movie. They show you an entire movie. This time it was The Blind Side with an Academy Award-winning actress, Sandra Bullock. So it was very entertaining. I was fortunate to be able to see the entire movie. Then after the movie, about 10 minutes later, my name was called among 30 people. We had to then assemble outside the jury office. And then we went up the elevator to the 10th floor, to one of the judges' chambers. Now, when you get onto the elevator in the courthouse and you're a juror, you have a badge that they give you. They only allow jurors on the elevator along with the bailiff. So we all go up in one group of about 7 at a time. We got up on the top, one of the top floors, the 10th floor, stood outside of one of the judges' courtrooms, and there were 10 people in 3 lines. We walked in to the judge's courtroom, and we proceeded in the jury selection process. Now, the jury selection process is something that we don't talk about. Of course, I could tell you, but then I would have to kill you. I always wanted to say that ever since I saw the movie Top Gun. And after that, we finished with our selection, and the rest of the day proceeded on. Now, there are 3 important things you need to know about jury duty. The first is that everyone is entitled to a trial by jury. Number 2, it's your civic responsibility as an American to be a part of the process and serve on jury duty. And the third important thing you need to know is to always have your parking ticket validated, because then you will be able to hand it to the parking attendant and not have to pay for the day of parking.